Hey everybody. So if you're gonna move out of state, move here to Salt Lake City, move anywhere else, what are really the top 5 things you should look for in the market that you're either buying in or the market that you're considering getting into? Today we're gonna talk about what I have learned in marketing, selling, and even living myself, outside of our local market, what I have learned and the best recommendations for you. My name's Justin with Justin Udy and Team Real Estate. I have been selling real estate for almost 20 years. I've been in the real estate industry for over 20 years, but selling real estate for almost 20. And what I will tell you is I remember really moving and living in other different locations. There was a number of things that I learned personally. And I will say, in helping literally hundreds and hundreds of relocations, there's a couple things that I have learned and really kind of our top 5 steps that I think will really help you if you're considering moving out of state or moving into our market here in Utah. And so here's the number 1 item that I have put down. I just kind of made a list. And in fact, I'll tell you where this idea came from is there was in my emails, somebody was writing an article requesting information of what are the top 5 things, in my opinion, are really the top things, and is 2024 a good market to buy or sell, why or why not? And we will go over that based on these things. But number 1 is, I want you to consider the community demographics. So 1 is, it's not only gonna be, it's like you need to consider what am I getting into and what type of a property. You need to make sure that the community, the location really align with who you are as a person and frankly, your values. If you're gonna go live in a community that really you're gonna be uncomfortable in because of your lifestyle, what you like to do, how you like to live, then guess what? You're probably not gonna be the best fit. It's kind of like jamming that kind of round peg into a square hole. And I'm just thinking, if you're gonna move into something that's conducive to your lifestyle. Make sure that when you're doing that it's gonna make really long-term sustainability and livability for you, because you don't want to move into a new market and then a year or 2 later just be like, I hated that so bad, and you end up moving. It's really hard and it's tough as an investment, because when you only hold a home for a year or 2, guess what? Sometimes you don't have the opportunity to really capture the investment. Number 2 is amenities and services. When you're looking at amenities and services, you need to really consider, the schools, the hospitals, the grocery stores. You also need to really consider your health and consider not only where you are today, but where are you going to be in the next 1, 3, 5 years. Think about if you're moving and you don't have children, consider the fact that you might have children in 1 or 3 or 5 years. Life's going to change. Do I really need to consider maybe the schools I want my kids to go to? Because things go quick, and I'll tell you, and me having now teenagers, I wouldn't even tell you, I just can't believe how things change so quickly. So just consider where you're going to be, not only what you need now, but maybe what you need to be in the future. And one of my always kind of quick tips with that is when you're getting into the house, I always say, make sure that house obviously is going to accommodate those changes. If you're saying, I just want a 2-bedroom, 1 bath, things may change. If a 3-bedroom, 2-bath comes available, and it's within the budget, within the market you're looking for, hey, you should maybe consider it. Number 3 important factor to consider is really job opportunities. Yeah, you're gonna have sustainability, you want livability, and you're gonna end up having a new market. Here in Salt Lake City, we've had rents that have considerably gone up, and we've had pricing that was different. We were really considered kind of a secondary market, and now we're considered a strong secondary market. All that means is that our kind of little Salt Lake City kind of sleepy town has grown, progressed. We've seen price changes, we've seen price adjustments, and guess what? It introduces new restaurants, it introduces new opportunities, it introduces new jobs. So understand what are the opportunities for what you're getting into and your growth. Is it a growing economy? Is it something where the economy is going down? Do they have good leadership? Is it kind of negative leadership? Is there environmental issues that you should maybe consider? Are those things that are going to maybe impact your investment? So again, consider what is the job market, and I want to add this a little additional item. Consider what schooling, trades, or things are available for you to continue to grow. So you're moving into a position. Is there something there locally that may assist you to get additional education, get a master's degree, get the things, maybe additional education that you can get in order to get paid more money, also get compensated accordingly. I had written this down, and this came from one client that had moved into an area because they'd gone from an area that was very, very high caliber, and they moved in an area because they wanted kind of deal of a decade. And I will just say this, I am an investor, I look for good properties, but the one thing I always say is hey, just because I'm buying an investment doesn't mean I want to live there. So I will just say, the home you live in, I would just want to say, consider how safe is the location that you're moving into. Meaning, understand that you can get the details in regards to the crime rates. You can know what's happening in the area. You can even call the local schools and understand what's going in the dynamics. But understand that if you're going into a location and the price point just is really off, make sure you understand why that price is where it is. Some areas do have a higher price per square foot, but it's a more sought after area. It's cleaner, it's nicer, it gives more opportunities. And when I say give more opportunities, what I'm saying is there's opportunity for growth. Values tend to increase. The days on market on those homes are maybe a little bit less because it's a sought after neighborhood. Maybe compared to a neighborhood that's a little bit cheaper, prices per square foot are lower, they tend to sit on the market longer, and a lot of people just really don't love to live there. So consider, how safe is the location? How safe is the area? Is it conducive to your lifestyle? Is it going to make you feel safe? And guess what? Sometimes they're just in our world as it changes and so forth. Just consider, is it going to maybe, this area is fantastic, but it's going to be worth me investing into security systems, protecting myself and other things that so that I have the peace of mind. Maybe the location is great, but I have that other additional peace of mind kind of protecting me. So just consider those features. And finally, the last item I'd say is if you're moving out of state, you're moving into our local market, you're moving somewhere, is understand growth and future development. What is happening in that local economy? Are they looking and making incentives that assist in growth of that opportunities? Are they being very assisting and trying to help builders and developers that'll come in? Are they trying to assist people and jobs and companies to come in? That economic development is in line because it's bringing in jobs, bringing in opportunities. Another note that I put in here is that, when you're researching that economic health of the region, it can really help protect your investment. And the reason why is because if you're in an environment where people want to live, there's job growth, there's opportunity. Those are the areas that really flourish. And here in the West, we actually saw that, over the last 3, 4, 5 years, where we really saw some changes. But we had tons of jobs that came in, ton of in-migrations. There's thousands, hundreds of thousands of people came into our market. And so just understand those dynamics, understand what's happening. And one of the best things you can do is really just make sure you're doing your own research, doing your own due diligence, understanding really those things, but also align yourself with somebody that's local that understands what's going on. They're putting their dollars in the market. They're investing in real estate. They're invested in the communities. So they not only know what areas and the best locations that you may consider based on your lifestyle, your goals, the things that you're going to talk about, but also they can help you align those things. I've had a number of people that have come to me and talked to me about a certain thing. They say, this location here would probably be best. You know what? We can drive by these ones, but let's take a look. But based on what you've told me, they can help you eliminate and actually get in the direction that you're going. As far as the market's concerned, I will tell you the market's fantastic, but these are the reasons why. And I will just say, number one, there's less competition. We're not seeing as many people as before, so there's a number of great opportunities in the market. I personally purchased properties. I personally made a number of offers on new properties. And so I will say, we haven't seen the competition. It's great being able to negotiate, which brings us to our second point, which is serious buyers. We have found, even on our listings, right now, currently we have 10 properties under contract. That was different 30, 60, 90, 120 days ago. We're starting to see as interest rates and different things change, as there's always these market dynamics, that things change and things adjust. So just know we have serious buyers right now. And finally, there's just more flexibility. When you're negotiating deals with different people, you're just finding that people are willing to give additional time, make repairs, provide concessions. And that is a really great opportunity, because if you're a seller, you're able to give opportunities to make a deal work. If you're a buyer, you have the opportunity to kind of figure out what's going to make it work for you. And so that really makes a buyer and a seller come together. I think that negotiation is fantastic because it's really a win-win mentality. When we have kind of these skewed markets where it's like really hard sells and so forth, it kind of sometimes feel like a win-lose mentality. But in a market like this, I just think it's really great. So if you have questions about areas, locations, We have sold literally and helped over 1,500 families, hundreds and hundreds of families that have gone in different locations in different areas. And we also obviously deal with investment properties and the value of marketing and building wealth in real estate. So if you are looking in our market or you're considering making a move, let us provide you the information and things you should consider, whether it's the price of your property or things that you should maybe consider. So anyway, we are always here for you. Again, it's Justin with Justin Team Real Estate. We're looking forward to serving you, and I hope to see you soon. Thanks.